If budgeting apps actually worked, we'd all be rich by now, but here's the truth. No one tells you most people download them, set them up once, feel productive, and then never open them again. I've been there too. I tried 5 different apps, colorful dashboards, expense categories, and all the features, yet I still ended up overspending every month. So what's the problem? The solution is not in another fancy budgeting app. It's in understanding why these apps fail and what actually works. Most of us struggle with money because we think of it as numbers to be tracked rather than a tool to be managed. See? These apps make you feel like you're managing money just because you're logging expenses. But budgeting isn't just about tracking numbers, it's about changing behavior. And no app can stop you from ordering that 600 rupee Zomato meal at midnight. What most people need is not another fancy budgeting app, but a system they'll actually stick to. That could be as simple as a spreadsheet, the envelope method, or setting automatic transfers the moment your salary hits. Apps often fail because they don't address emotional spending, impulsive habits, or the lack of real financial goals. Instead, they offer a false sense of control, a quick fix that feels good, but doesn't last. Take, for instance, the popular 50-30-20 rule. It's a guideline that suggests 50% of your budget should go towards needs, 30% towards wants, and 20% towards savings. While this sounds simple and effective, it has its limitations. For starters, it doesn't consider your individual circumstances. A single person living in a big city will have different needs and wants compared to a family in a smaller town. Plus, it's based on the assumption that you have disposable income left after meeting your basic needs, which may not always be the case. Another popular method is zero-based budgeting, which involves giving every rupee a job and assigning it to a specific category until you reach zero. While this can be helpful in ensuring that every expense is accounted for, it can also be quite time-consuming and restrictive. There are also other budgeting methods like the pay-yourself-first method, the percentage of income method, and the average method. But the biggest problem with all of these methods is that they rate one-size-fits-all approaches that don't take into account your personal circumstances, financial goals, or spending habits. The best budgeting system is the one that works for you in your unique situation. And that's something that no budgeting app can provide. You see, the truth is that budgeting isn't about finding the perfect app or following someone else's advice. It's about understanding your own spending habits, identifying areas where you can cut back, setting realistic financial goals, and sticking to a plan even when it's not convenient. So if you're struggling to stick to a budget, don't blame yourself. It's not because you're bad with money. It's because you've been sold a false promise of an easy fix. And that's something that I want to change. In this video, I'll share why budgeting apps usually fail and what actually works instead. Stay tuned to know more.